Hi everybody, it's Joni here at Joni's Journals. How are you today? I'm doing well. The weather's a little cloudy, but I'm hoping for good Wi-Fi so I can post my videos today. I was tagged by Jill over at Copycat Crafts by Jill in a collaboration, a challenge. I guess it's more like a collaboration called #TagYourTurn. So, of course, I said, yes, Jill, I will participate, and I have picked my person to tag, and I will tell you who that is at the end of the video. So, in preparation for it, since I can't really video during the week, not normally, I began playing with ideas. And I came up with this one. Now, this is a tag that I created using the Tim Holtz etc. panels. It's not finished on the back yet. And it is a multi-dimensional tag. It has a little shelf and it has some little decorations down here on the bottom. I don't know if you can really see that. If I move my lamp in a little closer, you might. I used one of the spider webs. And so I was working on this one, but then I said, you know what? That's a bit much for a short little video, or trying to make a short little video. And the expectation that everyone would have these items was just a little bit too much. So I moved on to this tag, which is, now both of these are using the papers Atelier des Arts by Stamperia. And if you follow me, you'll know that I am currently working on a few artsy journals. One is the Arty Arty by Tracy Fox, and the other one is using Bauhaus papers, also by Stamperia, and another one is using the Atelier des Arts paper by Stamperia. But then again, there was an assumption that everyone would have these papers, and I didn't want to do that either. So I figured I would move on to something that everyone could get and might have a little bit more of. And this is a tag I created using a kit that you can get on KoFi by Tracy Fox. And although I've already cut out one of the tags, I do have two of them left. It's called Cat Thing. Now you can get this on Tracy's KoFi. Excuse me. And it has 3 tags on it. And it's a kit dedicated to a cat named Herbie, who wandered into Tracy's life for a while. And I won't tell you the whole story. You can go over to her channel and check it out. But they ended up, his owner was found and they gave him back to his owner. And so, yeah. But she created these adorable little tags called Cat Thing. So what I did was I used Herbie, that's the cat's name, and I created this little window tag, and I used one of the Tim Holtz baseboard windows, and I've used some of his, I can't remember what they're called, the little cracked windows that he had put out for Halloween, and some Tim Holtz ephemera, and I used the Craft Consortium paper brick textures, and I created a tag, and I thought that this might be something that is more similar to stuff that everybody might have. So what we're going to do is we are going to make one of these tags today, and I've already set up most of what we need so that it won't be too long of a video. But I do want to let you know that my tag is 3 layers thick. I have 1 layer of cardstock, and then in the center I have 1 layer of 85-pound cardstock, and then the other layer again is another piece of the Craft Consortium cardstock, and I layered them on top of each other so that you would have like a nice thick sturdy tag that you could display or hang somewhere, whatever you wanted to do. So I did want to let you know that much, because I have put most of the things together. already. And we are just going to basically assemble our tag. I figured that would be the best way to do it. So here's my base tag, which again is one layer of the, let me bring over the paper. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all in camera. Maybe not. But it is Craft Consortium. It is the craft papers by Craft Consortium, and it's brick textures. Let me move my lamp out of the way. Maybe you can see that a little bit better. Yeah, it's craft papers by Craft Consortium, brick textures, and it's 30 double-sided sheets. I got mine on Amazon, and I bought it because I am hoping that this will go, whoop, it just fell. I'm hoping that this will go nicely as some ephemera that I want to put into my Bauhaus journal. Let's get started making our tag. So what I did, this is another one of the windows, which I have already layered up with the Ranger, oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called, Collage Medium Matte. And I've inked it, and I've added my little window. And I have also added some of the dimensional tape, because as you can see, Herbie's little window, well, maybe you can't, maybe you can now. Herbie's window is raised off of the paper because I did want some dimension to it. So I've already added that to the window, okay, and we have the window all set. And what I did was, this is the original size of the tag. I trimmed it down like so that it would fit directly behind the window. Okay, and I came up with that. Now you can see all the little cats. I had to center it and play with it a bit. As you can see on here, I had to kind of center it and play with it just so that we could get all the little kitty cats, one in every window. Okay, so that's what I did for that. And then, as you can see, or maybe you didn't see, on the back of the tag, I cut out this little Herbie, or Herbie's cousin, Herbie's girlfriend, whatever, and I cut him out of the tag as well. And I just added him to the back because it kind of looked like he was standing there, you know. I wanted it to look like an old brick building. I grew up in New York City, and so on the sides of buildings, sometimes you would see signs that were painted and faded, or that were hanging off of the building. And sometimes you would see a situation where perhaps a wild seed had blown in and you had a plant growing through the bricks. So that was my attempt with this one, and I just I thought it might be cute to do. So as I was saying, I cut the tag out to fit the window. Okay, I did have to leave sides, you know, some edging on the side so that I had something to grip onto. And then I took the other little Herbie and I cut him out of his tag, and he's going to be our little guy that goes on the back of our building. So let's start with him because I feel like I've been dragging on forever. I just want to see, I think I want this side to be the front of our building, okay? So I'm going to take our little Herbie, and I am going to glue him down to the paper and make him stand there. I had an idea where I might use Tim Holtz. I have one of the Christmas, I think it's called Christmas cartoons. I have the stamp and die set, and there is a stamp and a die that creates like a thought bubble. And I was thinking of adding that on to the back with the little kitty cats and have them, you know, thinking something kind of cat-like. But I just didn't get around to it yet. I have a couple of videos planned today. So if I do get a chance to do that, I will show it to you with the little thought bubble. Or if not today, maybe at a later time. So there we go. We have Herbie on the back of the building. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we are going to add our ephemera for the front of our building. Now, I figured that since it looks like our little kitty cats are looking out the window at something, and getting very excited and angry about it. What else would upset a little kitty cat but a little bird? So we are going to add our bird onto our window, but first we're going to put down our ephemera. And of course I have a little bird's nest, and I have something here, although it isn't really a street sign per se, it kind of could represent one. And so we're just going to add all of our little ephemera on, and then we will stick down our window. I assembled most of it, as I had said, because I figured that this would be the easiest way to do it. You guys can pick a tag out of any paper that you like. Make a tag, rather, out of any paper that you like and create any kind of scene you'd like. I mean, if you do go over to Tracy's KoFi, you can get Herbie and all his little friends, and perhaps you can create something similar to this if you don't have the brick paper. I mean, you could make it a scene where Herbie's in a garden chasing a bird, or just standing there thinking kitty cat thoughts. You could do that too. So now I'm going to add my little bird's nest down at the bottom here. Can you actually see what I'm doing? Yes, you can. Okay, and I'm going to hang it slightly over the edge, because once I put the window down, I want the eggs to show, so that it looks like, well, this little bird knows that these kitty cats are in the window and could possibly get to her eggs, and she's a little bit upset about that. And then I have this little tiny piece of ephemera, and it's just a little, I don't even know what it is. It's like a little sign, a little stamp, or it could be like a label off a package. It says $1, but I liked the color of it. And although it really may not be something you'd see hanging on the side of a building, I thought it would be kind of cool just to add a little bit of a pop of color down here in the corner. Okay. So now this is my, advertisement sign that would be hanging on the side of my building. And I'm going to take my little kitty cat thing, and I'm just going to lay it on the card, the tag for now, rather. And you can see, we can still see some of the eggs here. But now I want to judge kind of where I want to put my little sign. And I think it would be kind of cool, like right there. And again, it's going to hang over the edge, but we can trim it off. So yeah, I'm just looking again, figuring right about where my sign is going to sit. And I'm just going to glue it all along. And I'm going to fit it down onto my tag. Oh, maybe we want a little bit more glue. Okay. And then we'll just line it up. I'm looking at, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a dark spot right there. And so I'm kind of lining up the corner of my sign with that little dark spot right there. Okay. So now we have our tag with all of our ephemera on it. And I'm going to let the ephemera dry a bit. And I also added some of the dimensional tape onto the back of the kitty cats. And we're going to take that dimensional tape off. Let me close my glue. It's been being very argumentative. I've been planning out a few videos for the weekend, one of which is a viewer request, and one of which is making a little pocket tuck thing. And so I've been planning that out, and I've been creating my prototype so that everyone can see what I'm doing. I'm just peeling off my tape right now and getting that up off of there. So I hope everybody's doing well. I had a big response to my little flip-flop page that I created last weekend for the Arty journal. And that was, again, an idea from my newfound friend, found on Instagram and on YouTube, and that's Jill. You really need to go over and check out her channel. She's doing a series right now where she's using her old idea book that she created. I'm not really even sure how long ago. And from it, she's taking things and she's recreating them for us, the viewers and our crafting friends. She's recreating them and making a new idea book. But in doing that, she's also been teaching us how to make some really cool stuff. Okay, I am just trying to center my kitty cats on here and make sure they're straight. Again, it's kind of hard working around the tripod. No, I think they need to come down just a little bit because you're still going to be able to see the eggs. Let me just, before I stick this down, let me just take a quick look and check this. The top is a little bit, the top of the kitty cat thing is a little bit crooked, so it's kind of hard for me to judge. Let me just grab this up. Oh, I may have stuck it. Oh, nope, we're good. Okay. I just want to grab this up and get it a little bit straighter. I think I'm going to work sideways on this. And make sure it's centered, which it kind of is. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to... I put one down last night, and in fact, it was our little Herbie over there, and he came out kind of crooked. And I don't want that to happen on this one. Okay, I think we've got it. Okay, we're good. I'm going to push down now onto my tape. Sorry that took a bit. Okay, and so now we have our kitty cats on, okay? And they're relatively kind of crooked. But what I'm going to do is I am going to disguise that behind the window, okay? Let me just see if I can make the window straighter than, yeah, I can. See, that's my little boo-boos that I'm covering up. I have enough room where I can make my window straight on my tag. And so you can't even really tell that my tag is a little crooked in the back. Now that's if I get my window on straight. And if it's a little bit crooked, who's going to notice? Who's going to care? It's handmade item, like I always say. All right, so I am just going to take my tape off the back, the covering off the back of my window, like so. And we'll get that done. And let's go. Come on. There we go. All right. And I've used only on this one, I've used only one layer of tape. On the other one with the little girl that I showed you before, I'll show you in just a second. I used 2 layers of tape on that window. I wanted the images on the paper to be a little bit more evident, a little bit more, can't think of the word I want. A little bit more so you could see them. That's basically what I mean. And so I put 2 layers of tape on that one. And I'll grab that now that I've got all my tape off. I love this tape, but sometimes it's just a little too sticky. All right. I may get my head in here, guys, and I do apologize. But I want to make sure that I'm getting my window on straight. And I'm just going to line it up. Can you see? I'm lining it up. I'm lining up the bottom edge of the window with the bottom of my tag so that I know that it's straight. And is it? Yeah, I think so. Okay, I think we're good. And I'm just going to push it down onto my tag. So now we have our little kitty cats in our window, okay? And it's relatively straight. I think it's good enough. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip it over, and I am going to grab my scissors. Did I lose? Oh, gosh, guys, this is one of those days. Here's the bumbling crafter again. I'm just going to clip off the excess of my 2 little pieces of ephemera that I don't really need on here. I mean, if you wanted to leave it, you could leave it. I don't really want it on there. So now here you see, now we have our little street sign and our bird's nest. And I'm just going to take my ink and I'm going to ink around it. Yes, you noticed there was no excess inking in this one because I was prepared. I inked before so that you didn't have to sit and watch that. Okay, so now we have our birdies. Our kitty cats. And we're going to grab our birdie and we are going to put him on our window just like so. And we want to get him in so that his wing is lined up with the edge. And I kind of want to get him so that we can see all of our kitty cats' faces. Okay? So now what we'll do is we will put glue not on our bird, but on our window. Okay? Because we know the placement of our bird, but we don't know where the glue would need to sit on the back of our bird. But we do know where our bird is going to sit on our window. And so we are just going to put the glue on the window. And I'm going to make sure that I have it in the right spot. Yes, I do. And I may just put a little glue on the tip of his wing here, because that's going to hit a spot on the window that may... Oh, see? No, that's good. All right. And now we have our little bird glued down onto our window. And we can still see all of our kitty cats' faces. And there you have it. There is my tag for hashtag your turn. And now I'm going to let you know, as I'm showing you all the other tags, that I have tagged my friend Nat Williams, and she's already been alerted to it, and so she knows that I am going to get my video up this weekend, so keep an eye out on her channel. I will link her channel as well, and she's going to do a entry for you in the hashtag tag your turn. And here's the other tags I created. And you can maybe see, I'm not really sure if you can see that there's a double layer of tape in there. And that will be going into one of my art journals. And I have not yet finished making all of the pieces parts for this one. But this one's going to be a decoration for my craft room. And I have to finish up the back here. And I'll show you this one when I'm done with it as well. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed making our little Herbie tags. And you'll see these tags again as I progress with my art journals. But there's the one that we created together. And there's our little Herbie cat on the back. And if I decide to stamp and die cut those little conversation blurbs, I will show you an update on that. But there's our little Herbie tags. And as I said, Tracy Fox Creative Cat Thing, it's available on her KoFi, so you can go over and check that out. And yeah, Nat Williams, tag your it. Okay, guys, I will be back later today or tomorrow with a viewer request and also a little flip-flap pocket thing. Okay, guys, thank you. Take care, and I will see you later. Sending lots of love, big hugs. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon, okay? Bye. Thank you, Jill, and I'm waiting for you, Nat. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.